Belgium Technical Corporation (BTC), in partnership with the government of Uganda, is implementing the Teaching Training Education project, which is aimed at improving training of business technical and vocational education training. These include technical teachers, instructors, health tutors, and secondary teachers in Uganda. The project is focused on strengthening the teacher education system in the area of communication, support supervision and visitation, strategic management, and lecturers' qualification. In pursuit of achieving these results, BTC has capacity building and infrastructure development activities that include active teaching and learning methodologies to develop critical thinking capacities of teachers and learners. IT education to provide staff with modern IT knowledge, tools and software to assist them plan and prepare active, illustrative and inspiring lively lessons. Providing infrastructure development through construction, which is a physical condition for teaching and learning.
In this project, it has been conceptualized prudent to improve the designs of the facilities in order to accommodate the modern teaching methods that are anticipated for the future of the 4 colleges that we have. Under the TTE, we are going to rehabilitate and construct new facilities for 4 colleges, of which we have Mulago Health Teachers College, we have National Teachers College Kaliro, National Teachers College Muni, and Abilonino Community Polytechnic College.
Organization development to encourage education managers to better handle their colleges, among others.
The Belgium government with the Uganda government started the project, which is in 2 categories. In one area, they are constructing a pedagogical block to increase on the capacity of the classrooms, skills lab, and library, to ensure that we are teaching students who will be able to get out of the college when they are well prepared.
Health, gender, environment, and social economy, cross-cutting issues to address the well-being of college users.
Teachers must know that there could be different ways of doing things, and different ways which are even better. So is ETL, for instance. If we want our learners to learn better, which we actually now yearn for in the training. So that's the benefit. The teachers will learn that the student or the learner is not empty. When with ATL, the biggest assumption, which is the correct way, by the way, is that the learner has something to contribute in his or her learning process.
This workshop has addressed that in depth. So I can say I have a better understanding of what a method of teaching is, a technique of teaching is. And the good thing, the best thing actually about this workshop is that it has been practical. Yeah, everything has been done, has been taught in theory, and we have done it in practice.
This active teaching learning, in the previous knowledge, we could not use group work, we could not use demonstration, even if we use demonstration, but you find that you are not active. But this time more, I know procedures, how I can follow, I know how I can group people, and at least I ensure that I put some questions. Then there is, of course, when there is interest, because it motivates the learner, group work, I'm talking of group work, it motivates the learner, and they even discover new things. So you find that the knowledge that has been collected from different peoples are developing a little bit good knowledge.
I think as we look at Uganda today, most of the training is teacher-centered. The teacher gives notes, the students copy the notes. The teacher is the main learning activity, whereby the teacher controls everything. But with this new approach which BTC has come up with, the learners are the main core of the training, whereby there are activities which we know ourselves, we in the institutions can provide, whereby the student is the main core of the learning. What I try to mean is activities where the student takes the biggest part of it and the teacher plays the role of facilitating. It's just a mentor, a coach, as the student takes the biggest part of doing the activities. For example, one activity would be like problem-solving activities, whereby the student has to critically think. He has to work in a team, in a group. They collaborate, they make decisions and come up with solutions to that problem.
So we designed this training in such a manner it's going to address those partitions that have been looked at as creating a gap in enhancing the quality of the teacher himself and the teacher trainer. So when these have been addressed, right now we are now giving the basics of using active teaching and learning methods and techniques. But we shall go further than that one. It is going to be a hands-on program that later on we are going to come back and see the lecturers, see them in the classroom, how they are applying these techniques when they are training.
When teacher trainees are under training in these teacher training institutions, yes, they are given a variety of learning methods. But somehow there has been a practice in the past of teachers falling back to only the lecture method. It's the lecture method approach you find in the secondary schools, you find in A level, you find in college, you find in universities. So that past is very haunting, and it's time people started also to be interested in the learners' activities in the teaching learning process for its own sake, rather than following internationalism.
Active Teaching and Learning, ATL, is also trying to address the gaps in conceptualizing the methods, techniques, and approach. The teacher training education project jointly being implemented by the Ministry of Education and Sports and the Belgium Development Agency BTC is in the 4 colleges of Kaliro NTC, Abilonino Community Polytechnic and Mune NTC.
So now in this program of ATL, the 5 techniques have been clearly spelled out and the methods also have been spelled out. Now there's a clear demarcation between the techniques and the methods. So when they go back, they will know, what am I using? Is it a technique? Is it a method? Therefore, the knowledge which they pass out will not only be the theoretical part, but the learners will be actively involved and they'll be taking part clearly.
Active Teaching and Learning, ATL, is also trying to address the gap in conceptualizing the methods, techniques, and approach. Other institutions under teacher instructor education training are Mubende NTC, Uganda NTC, Unyama NTC, Kabale NTC, and secondary. Others under business, technical, and vocational institutions include Jinja Vocational Institute VTI and Nakawa Vocational Training Institute VTI.